Mm-hmm. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the UCC Virtual Roadshow. We are delighted that you've joined us as we showcase the wide range of programs and opportunities here at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. I am David Tullo, and I'll be guiding you through this evening's program. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean is one of Jamaica's premier higher education institutions, proudly accredited, forward-thinking, and committed to preparing graduates who thrive locally and globally. We offer a wide range of programs from associate degrees and bachelor's degrees all the way up to master's and doctoral studies. Whether your interest lies in business, humanities and law, science and technology, or applied studies, UCC has a pathway designed to empower you. Speaking of pathway, there is a PATH program for students who just graduated from fifth form here in 2025. Now, you'll hear more about that in short order. Our graduate programs, such as the Masters of Business Administration, Masters of Science, the Commonwealth Executive Masters in Business Administration, and the Commonwealth Executive Masters in Public Administration, and of course, our doctoral degrees. These are all tailored for professionals who want to advance their careers, while our undergraduate offerings build strong foundations for students just beginning their higher education journey. This evening, you'll hear more about each of these programs directly from our distinguished deans and faculty, and you'll also learn about admissions, tuition options, and the support systems that make UCC a great choice. We also have short courses and our executive courses in case you want to pursue something in the short fall and may only have interest in certification in one or two courses. We have an exciting lineup of deans, faculty, and student services staff all here to help you explore your next step in higher education. So sit back, engage with us in the chat, and take full advantage of this chance to explore how UCC can help you reach your academic and professional goals. To get us officially started, please join me in welcoming our visionary president, Professor Colin Giles, CD, who will share the official welcome and opening remarks. Professor Colin Giles.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the UCC Virtual Roadshow. We're very happy that you have decided to join us this afternoon to hear about the exciting offerings of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. This evening, we have with us our deans from the various faculties, schools, and colleges to tell you more about our exciting offerings. But just to tell you a little bit about UCC. UCC is the largest, fastest growing private tertiary university in Jamaica. And we pride ourselves on being flexible to accommodate you. Whether you are a working professional, whether you are a recent school leaver, or wherever you are in your academic journey, UCC has a program for you. And that is why we're here to tell you about these exciting opportunities this evening. It is never too late to start a program to uplift yourself. Do not delay, and we are still open. We are receiving applications. Our academic year is about to begin, and we still have an opportunity for you. those of you who are inquiring about financial situations, once you get started, you can access the provisions of students' loan. Even if you have not applied already, you can make provisions to continue with the financing of your education via a student's loan. And remember now, you do not need a guarantor anymore. And so even if you have to get some assistance initially, if you have not yet applied to the SLB, you can still get started and make provisions for continuing the financing of your education. I want you to know that our programs are flexible to ensure that wherever you are, whether you're working or you're prepared to study full-time, we are able to accommodate you. We have classes virtually and in person, and we have advisors to guide you through the different options that you have for whichever course of study, whether it is an associate degree, a bachelor's degree, master's, or doctoral programs. We want to make sure that you have all the relevant information so that you are equipped to make the right decision. So if you have not yet made up your mind, UCC is still available. And I want you to know that our programs are fully accredited, which means that when you complete your course of study at the UCC, you should not have a problem finding a job, whether locally or overseas, because our programs are fully recognized both locally and abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us. Welcome to UCC, where we prepare leaders. Our motto is leadership, fostering leadership and innovation. And through our programs, we equip you not only to get a job, but if you choose to be an entrepreneur, because we provide you with the skills that enable you to start your own business, if that is where you wish to go. So once again, thank you for joining us. Listen carefully to the presentations that will be made from our various deans and other experts in their areas who are here to guide you and to provide you with the information that you need so that you can kickstart that other phase of your academic journey and your career development. So once again, thanks for joining us, and I wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Giles. Now, to get us started, we'll begin with the School of Business, Entrepreneurship and Management. Please help me welcome at this time the Dean of that department, Mrs. Sonia Davidson, who will introduce our business programs and the exciting pathways they provide for future leaders and innovators.
Thank you, David. Good evening, everyone. I want to charge you to join the School of Business, Entrepreneurship and Management here at UCC. We have a wide offering of programs that will tickle your fancy, allow you to achieve those passionate goals, and bring you ready for the future. The school is divided into 3 units. One unit deals with business and entrepreneurship programs. There's a unit that deals with the accounting and finance programs. And there's a unit that deals with tourism and hospitality management programs. Yes, we do have the traditional offerings of most universities, where we have the associate degrees in business, production, and tourism. We also have the bachelor's degrees, business, because there are some persons who prefer to have a general business degree, get their feet wet, and then later on will decide that they want to specialize in an area. So we do have the general business administration degree, accounting degrees, human resource management, marketing, and so on. But this evening I want to focus your attention on what David said about forward thinking. A lot is happening out there in industry, in what businesses are looking for in new recruits, new talent, and what you may be looking for as an innovator to start your own business. So I want to focus on the programs that have some scope for future. Logistics and operations management, buzz, buzz, buzz these days. And yes, the school does offer a bachelor's degree. We look at it more from the marketing perspective rather than what the wharf has to offer and what customs is about. So we look at logistics from the marketing and business aspect of it, where you look at inventory planning, inventory management, transportation, management of information, and so on. Supply chain. I'm sure you'd have heard all about supply chain, and because of the war here and the war there, the goods are not coming as fast as they used to. And we have to look at different routes to get them here. So all of that is covered in logistics and operations management, the future. In marketing, a lot has happened in marketing, a lot of changes, especially with the digital environment. And so UCC has upgraded its marketing degree program to have a specialization in digital marketing and advertising management. So you get a lot of thing about content marketing, email marketing, digital analytics, and all of those things that companies are looking for in order to make informed decisions. And the digital programs that we offer are accredited by the Digital Marketing Institute International out of the UK. So when you do our courses here, you're able to sit the certification programs in the UK. We have that link for you. Then there's media and communications, and you can do the general course that takes you into the media industry, broadcasting, and so on. Or you may want to focus on the journalism part of it, where you are preparing those news items, those feature stories, going out there into the communities, getting the news, and you know that those are where the awards come from, through the Press Association and other entities. You bring the news, you bring the features, you expose things that are happening in the community. So we have the bachelor's in media and communications, and we have the bachelor's in journalism. Internal audit. Not an area that many people like to think about, because internal audit is like the police inside the organization to make sure that policies and procedures are adhered to deal with corporate governance issues so your organization doesn't end up with some big scandal out there, and making sure that recommendations are made to the board as to how to improve operations in the organization. So this is what internal audit is about, and we have a bachelor's degree program here. We're the only university that offers a bachelor's degree in internal audit. Innovation and in entrepreneurship. This is also a good one for you if you're thinking about getting into your own business. We develop those skills within you. We show you the pathways to developing your own business, social business, commercial business. We take you through all of it, even family business. We show you how to structure that properly and own your own business. Project management. This one is fairly new. We started it in September last year, where you do a mixture of business courses as well as project management courses. So we take you through the 9 principles of project management and put you out there, because in most organizations, you're working in teams, you're working on a specific activity, and that's a project. So we take you through all of that and get you certified for that kind of opportunity. We also have a major in education studies, and our focus here is to develop the skills so that you're able to facilitate classes at the grade 12, 13, or at the associate degree level, because there is a shortfall for this out there in our environment. And most of the high schools, you will find that the teachers at that level are part-time, because those coming out of teachers' colleges are not fully equipped to deliver at that level. So this is our niche. We're looking to develop persons to meet the grade 12, grade 13, and the associate degree level, and also to be able to work in policy preparation and implementation in the education sector. So the ministry has needs for lots of these persons. All of these regulating bodies also need these skills. So this is a niche for anybody who is interested in education. Tourism and hospitality management. We have also gone out to look for a niche, and we are trying to develop the skills at the supervisory and the management level to facilitate the tourism and hospitality sector. You still get the practical applications in the areas. We have an internship component to this degree program, and we also facilitate you getting your Team Jamaica certification, so that once you leave UCC, you are certified and ready to work in the industry. So join us today, the School of Business, Entrepreneurship and Management. Our doors are open, and we welcome you to join us in this school here at UCC. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Davidson. Next, we move into the world of humanities and law. These disciplines shape our society and create critical thinkers. Please welcome Dean Dr. Alicia Charles to present.
Good evening, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here to share with you the programs that we offer in the School of Behavioral Sciences, Humanities, and Law. So our team include the Associate Vice President, Academic Affairs. I am your Dean, and we have the Head of Department for Behavioral Sciences, Dr. Bert Pickens. We have the Head for the Law Department, Dr. Marcus Goff, and we have assigned program coordinators, which are assigned for specific programs. So these program coordinators will guide you throughout your academic journey. We also have a team of faculty, both full-time as well as adjunct, and these include practitioners with teaching competence and experience, both local and overseas, and we facilitate in-person, hybrid, and classes online. Now, if you're thinking of the area of humanities, and you want to have an idea of what this entails, humanities involve reading and writing intensive courses, which brings out your creative and original thinking. It also involves building your critical analysis skills as well as skills in advocacy. Now, a general overview of programs of study which exists in our school. We have the bachelor's degree in applied psychology. We also offer the bachelor's degree in applied psychology with a major in children and adolescent counseling. We have the Bachelor of Science degree in criminology and criminal justice. And for those of you who are thinking of social work, we have the Bachelor of Science degree in social work, as well as for those who wish to specialize in gerontology. We also offer the associate degree in paralegal studies, as well as a Bachelor of Laws degree with the University of London. So once you join us in the School of Behavioral Sciences, Humanities, and Law, you will have to complete 124 credits for each program in order to graduate. For the Bachelor of Science in Applied Psychology, just to give an idea of what this program entails, it is a study of human minds, experiences, and relationships. So if you are interested in this area, these are some of the things that you'll be learning throughout your program. It is an interesting lens through which we can examine and change the world we live in. Now, psychology is a fundamental knowledge base for any role that involves interacting with people. And what I will share with you throughout this presentation is, as you're thinking of which program you will enroll in, there are career paths that I will also share with you that you would also think of. At the end of your program, as you graduate, walk across the stage with your degree in hand. These are some areas that you can look into for a possible career. So for the Bachelor of Science in Psychology, this is suited for career paths in the following: human resources, healthcare, social services, education, marketing and consumer behavior, and criminal justice. Healthcare and social services roles include mental health technician or assistant, behavioral health support, patient advocate, case management officer, youth counselor, rehabilitation support, community outreach officer. Human resources areas include talent acquisition or recruitment, conflict resolution and employee relations, training, customer relations management, or employee wellness. Education and marketing and consumer behavior. Now, these are some areas you may want to consider: academic advising, career counseling, special education and support, market research analysis, consumer insight specialists, and user experience research. Now, psychology is also required for criminal justice, and these are three areas here: victim advocacy, correctional counseling, probation or parole support. You may have persons on who are interested in these areas. Now, you may also find roles in nonprofit and community organizations such as program coordination, volunteer management, grant writing, and fundraising. What about research and data analysis? There may be some of you who are very interested in conducting research and analyzing data. So you may use this program to advance a career as a research assistant, data analysis for behavioral studies, and you will be equipped in order to apply for master's or doctorate as needed for more specialized areas. Now, the Bachelor of Science in Psychology with specialization, childhood and adolescent. These are some areas highlighted here that you may be interested in: children's services, schools, foster homes, international organizations, Caribbean Child Development Agency, the courts and family services, and so on. So this program actually prepares you for roles in these areas. For the Bachelor of Science in Criminology and Criminal Justice, these are some areas highlighted in which this program prepares you for particular roles: policy research and academia, community and social services, the legal and court system, family services, corrections and rehabilitations. So if you're interested in these areas, the Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice is just the right program for you. Now, our Bachelor of Science degree in Social Work, we actually have a very large enrollment in this program. You will be looking at areas in case management, crisis intervention, advocacy, cultural competency, and policy knowledge. Now, the areas for which social work is suited include supporting at-risk families, healthcare and mental health, substance abuse and rehabilitation, community and nonprofit organizations, schools, as well as criminal justice and legal support. Now, if you're interested in focusing on or specializing in gerontology, these are some areas that you may think of as a career path: advocacy for the rights of the elderly, grief counselor therapist, geriatric care manager, housing and long-term care, training, research and policy, technology and innovation as well, and others. Now, the bachelor programs in behavioral sciences here at UCC are intentionally applied. For all these programs, you will embark on internships and practicum courses, and these are built into the programs to allow you or prospective students to link content with practice, primarily in government agencies throughout the island. And we do have students in some cases who are currently conducting their practicum in approved sites overseas. Now, fieldwork is guided by qualified site supervisors and a UCC faculty member. Fieldwork deepens your learning, helps in networking, and gaining hands-on experience. This helps students in selecting a specialization for employment and further studies. Now, these are some examples of some internship sites for spring 2025. These are places in which our students did their internship. Queen's Hospital Center, Restorative Justice Center, schools with qualified guidance counselors, and so on. Now, points of pride for the School of Behavioral Sciences, Humanities, and Law. We had 102 students graduating from our school in July 2025, and we're really proud of that. We also had undergraduate students who presented and won prizes for their research at UCC Annual Research Conference 2024. And once you join us in our school, you will have opportunities to embark on presenting research at our annual research conference. Our school also attracts qualified and competent psychologists, social workers, social science researchers, crime and criminology experts as adjunct faculty locally and overseas. Now, the School of Behavioral Sciences, Humanities, and Law looks forward to providing a learning experience that will empower you to achieve your dreams. For further information, we have our listed contact information for our assigned program coordinators for each program which is offered within our school. So we look forward to welcoming you to our school. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Charles. Good to see the humanities thriving. Now, everyone knows that science and technology drive the future, and UCC is proud to play a part in equipping our students for tomorrow's innovations. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Peter Ndaja, Dean of the School of Mathematics, Science and Technology, to share more. Dr. Ndaja?
Thank you. And good evening, everyone, both in the hall and online. My name is Peter Ndaja, and I'm representing the School of Math, Science, and Technology at UCC. So what do we do in my school? Our job is to train the future scientists and engineers, not just for Jamaica, but for the Caribbean and the rest of the world. Now, for those of you who are interested in computing or science, this is the school to come to if you live in the Caribbean or you're in Jamaica. And why am I saying that? As I explain the different offerings that we have, you will realize that in most cases, we're ahead of most of the traditional universities in our development. So the school has 7 offerings. We have 5 BSc programs and 2 associate degree programs. Our oldest program is the BSc in Information Technology, and this program has been on for over 10 years. We have produced a lot of software engineers, site engineers, you name them. All the gamut of information technology, we have produced them from this university. And I can say with confidence that over 95% of all our graduates are employed or are employed in industry or own their own businesses. The next offering is the BSc in Networking and Cyber Security. This is the only university that offers this program in the whole of the Caribbean. And we are glad to say that we have produced the first set of graduates, and most of them, if not all, are already employed in industry. The first batch graduated just this July, and we're very happy that they've all found their place. So why do we bring these courses on? We are looking at the challenges that the society is facing, and we're developing solutions to those challenges. I don't know if any one of you listening to me has ever had his computer breached. If you understand what it means for your computer to be breached, you will understand more properly the value in attaining knowledge in cybersecurity. Just think about it. If your bank is hacked, what can happen to your account? For your bank not to be hacked, we need cybersecurity professionals. And there are many examples that time will fail me to mention here. So if you're interested in understanding how to secure not just personal computers, but networks, large networks of computers, this is the course for you. The lecturers we have in this domain are all certified cybersecurity professionals. We also have the BSc in data science. So I'm sure that everyone has been hearing about data all over the place in the last few years, how important data has become. Data has helped us to train AI models and so on. If you want to understand the science of data and how to glean information from data and how to use that information to run your business, to improve your business, or to advise governments, then you need to sign up for this course, because not only will you be able to analyze data, but you'll be able to as well collect data from several sources using what we call data pipelines and so on. So this program is designed for people who are interested in manipulating data. Okay? And almost every organization needs some form of data analysis. So these kind of programs will always, you will be sure of finding a job if you sign up for a BSc in data science with us. Again, most of our lecturers teaching these courses are all certified. We have the BSc in electronics engineering. Now, if you're interested in making electrical gadgets for all kinds of purposes, then this is the course for you. So here we are not only talking about theory, okay? And this is what sets us apart from most universities. Here we'll be making the circuits themselves, making the products. That is our goal, to manufacture the products locally to serve the local market and then for exports. We have the BSc in computer engineering. There's a difference between the computer engineers and the electronics engineers, just simply by the fact that the computer engineers design computers, they produce computers. They produce computers for specific purposes. For example, the programming logic circuits or controllers. That's the domain of the computer engineers. So if you're interested in making computers of whatever size to serve purposes that you will design for yourself or that you're required to design for, computer engineering will be a very good degree for you. Now, these programs are programs that in the market, none of these programs that I've mentioned, on the average in the international market, pays less than a six-figure salary, okay? I'm not here to talk about money because I just want to generate your interest in the science itself, but these are very high-paying jobs if you manage to graduate, okay? We also have the associate degree in IT. We'll have the associate degree in artificial intelligence. And let me say at this point that UCC is the only university where we have actually trained models for ourselves. Our students have trained models. And for those of you who would like to see what we have done, the annual conference coming up from the 23rd to the 25th of September, which is next month, will be a very good time for you to see our products, okay? So there you get to see different applications of AI in AI models that we have trained on our own servers, and that should be able to pique your interest. Now, AI is everywhere, so if you're interested in becoming an AI engineer, this is the university to come to, okay? We also have, in AI, we're extending that program now to become a full degree program so that when you graduate, you're a full AI engineer. So at the associate level, it is an associate degree in artificial intelligence, but at the bachelor's level, it will be the bachelor's degree in artificial intelligence engineering, okay? So these are the offers that we have in my school, and we hope that we will be welcoming you through our doors anytime soon. Thank you very much.
Richard, I wonder if we're getting cyber applause, you know? Thank you. You expect to hear some clapping going on? Right. Thank you very much, Dr. Andasha. Now we turn to the College of Occupational and Applied Studies, where learning is applied directly to career pathways. Please welcome Dr. Lily Tomlinson, the Dean, to present these programs.
Thank you so very much. I'm so excited this afternoon to talk to you about the offerings at the College of Applied and Occupational Studies. And you can already hear the enthusiasm in my voice because my college, I believe, just like the other colleges, is at the cutting edge in terms of offerings at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. So First of all, I want to say to all the students who graduated in 2025, you just got your 6C results. Congratulations. We are just waiting to embrace you as you seek to pursue higher level education. Now, first of all, I want to set the tone for what exactly is the K-13 program. UCC, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, has afforded every student graduating in 2025 a scholarship offering. As it relates to the programs offered by the College of Applied and Occupational Studies, the government will sponsor the entire program. Yes, they will. And all the student has to pay is the miscellaneous fee of $20,000. I can already see those students who have not yet decided where they want to go to say UCC is going to be my school of choice, and I definitely want to come to the College of Applied and Occupational Studies. So that scholarship also applies to students who want to pursue courses over our TAD division that our dean spoke about earlier on, be the behavioral sciences, or you want to do, but those are partial scholarships. But for the students who are doing in the College of Applied and Occupational Studies, those are full scholarship. Now, what are the program offerings? Well, in this college, we offer 5 associate degrees. 5. And the pathways to enter, what are the requirements? There's a flexibility. So I really suggest that you call us or you come by the school as soon as possible. But the programs are as follows. We offer an associate degree in logistics and supply chain management. So over the traditional side, you do your bachelor's, but by us, you can do the associate degree in logistics and supply chain management. Now, what I want you to understand is that every program that is offered by the college makes you market ready. We are so innovative, and we know that the world of work awaits people who have the requisite skills to meet the market demands. So when you do our programs, on completion, you are leaving with not just theoretical knowledge, but infused by a CBET methodology, you are leaving equipped to actually start working. You've got the competency. So logistics and supply chain management is one option. Or you might decide to yourself, I want to do allied health care. This program is one of our fastest growing programs. And it's understandable why this would be so, because we live in a very aging population. Now, you don't want just any and anybody taking care of your elderly or just someone who is ill. You want to ensure that whoever is taking care of your loved one is someone who is certified. And so our program affords students to do an associate degree in allied healthcare, and all our programs are accredited, as was stated earlier on by the president. And in conjunction with the UCC, the associate degree is approved by the Council of Community Colleges of Jamaica. So your dual certification is quite reflective of the kind of offering that we do here at UCC. Now, so there is allied healthcare, so it's an entry-level requirement into any kind of health profession. Moving from allied healthcare, you might say to yourself, you want to be in the business process outsourcing industry, which is growing, right? We have them now being transformed into technological hubs. So we prepare you for that kind of offering also. And the one that I want you to understand that is also growing as well is our construction associate degree. Now, let me just debunk the myth that construction is about shovel and mortar and those kinds of things. No, no, no. In the construction we're talking about, you have to do your project management. You have to understand the dynamics that's happening out there in terms of the renewable energy and so on. So it's a very, very dynamic and interesting program that we're offering. So construction site management is another one of our fastest growing programs, and we are saying to you out there, get involved. And what I would like about this program is that over the years, we have seen a very interesting trend where students, in terms of the ratio of male to female, where now we're having a lot more females in this area who are competing with the males. So why not try something new? So that's logistics, allied healthcare, and construction site management and business process outsourcing. And the 5th program, remember, all sponsored by the Ministry of Education, is our renewable energy program. And what this program offers, it speaks to what's happening in our environment. How can we conserve on the renewables that we have? And it goes really, really in depth and looking all kind of HVAC, and it gets really, really very deep. So you want to get into the thermodynamics and all of that. So you want to become a part of this program, and every occupational associate degree that we offer, they're 2 years, and you graduate and you get your certification. But I also want to remind you that every student who is in this program must complete 240 hours worth of internship. And that's what makes the program great, because you do the internship, it means therefore that you are going out there, and you're going out there with the requisite skills. Is that all right? So if you know of anybody who has just left high school and they have not yet registered in a program, you want to do so right here, right now. You don't want to miss that opportunity. So get registered. Now, we ensure that we have what we refer to as pathways, right? So if you have not yet, so that's our construction program. So those are the 5 associate degrees that I spoke about: logistics, allied health, construction, renewable, and business process outsourcing. Now, I hear somebody who is on tonight saying, wow, Dr. T, the 6E wasn't nice to me at all. I didn't get the grades I want. So is there any hope for me? Is there a place for me at this very noble and innovative institution? Yes, there is. In our program, we have 3 pathways. So pathway 1 is usually for the students who are doing their associate degree. But let us say you didn't get the 5 subjects, or you don't have 3 subjects that we would give you an opportunity to do your math and your English, but you might have 2 subjects. We have what we call the pre-associate degree program. And in the pre-associate degree program, we have 3 offerings. We have our customer service, customer engagement, and marketing and sales. And we also have in that, we do a little program on computer repairs. So you can still do 1 year in the pathway to come out very successful, and then use that matriculation to go into your associate degree. Remember, not all persons rise at the same level. Not all persons will come out of the gate, wow, booming at once, but don't give up on yourself, right? So if you don't have the requisite subjects to get into pathway 1, you'll just be qualified to make it into pathway 2. And listen, we have something for everybody. And if you're here and you're saying, Dr. T, I don't even have 1 subject, we have a program for you as well, as we help you up the ladder in terms of just trying to see where you went wrong. We have an excellent CXC program as well that we offer to all of our students, and we have a diploma program. So it's 14 months, and within that degree program, we have certificate programs that affords you micro-credential. In today's society, we know that there are a lot of persons who just want a course in consumer psychology. You want a course in operations management or something like that. That's a single module. We also have that offering as well. So I really want to use this opportunity. We see there are these construction people, they are looking at this, this site, and you see where we're saying, you don't see any, all you see are high-tech machines. A lot of these high-tech machines are being managed by technology. So the College of Applied and Occupational Studies is where you want to be. And we have very clear program outcomes for all of our programs. We have our program goals, and we have our program learning outcomes. And so we're very structured in our approach to learning. It's a very structured one. When you come here, you know exactly what is supposed to be the end game. All right, you're never left to just swim and not sure where you're going to end up. You know exactly, if you stay on your program map and you do well at the end of 2 years, you will be successful. So these are just some of the career offerings that we have for construction. We have, you can be a construction manager, a construction superintendent, a project manager, project engineer, assistant project manager, or an office manager. These are just some of the options that we have. For supply chain management, as we said, it's the movement of goods from one nodal point to the other. And so the question is, what are the offerings? We have different pathways under this program. So you want to capitalize on the offerings, right? So just to give you an idea of what are some of the things that you can do with these. For allied healthcare, we have some of these entry points that you can do: audiologists, chiropractors, dietitians, exercise physiologists, and so on, just to whet your appetite with what are some of the career options that we do offer. So renewable energy is also another one: architect and design, mechanic, green engineer, and environmental consultant. So if you're there sitting today and you're saying, what must I do? I say to you, get up off the couch and apply right now. Remember, education continues to be the passport to the future. If you don't give yourself an opportunity, you'll never know what lies on the horizon. So we want to encourage all students who are out there. And if you're not a student, but you are what we call a mature entrant, you can also apply. It's just that the scholarship will not apply to you. So in closing, I want to remind you that these are ever-changing times. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. Get up now and register to be a part of the growing school of the College of Applied and Occupational Studies. Thank you.
Well, Richard, there was the clap I was talking about. It actually came live. Thank you, ladies, for bringing that in. So thank you very much, Dr. Tomlinson. Graduate Studies represents the next level of academic and professional achievement. Please welcome Dr. Andrea Sutherland, Dean of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, to share our master's and doctoral offerings.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us and, sparing the time to listen to what we have to say here at UCC. And so I'm going to get right into it, graduate programs. And if you are listening in for undergraduate, please do not leave, because we do have a special pathway for our final year undergraduate students to move into our graduate program. So please don't leave. So our graduate programs are all about shaping future leaders, innovators, and researchers. So, when we go to undergraduate programs, we get the nuts and bolts, that will take us to the profession of our desire. However, today I'm excited to tell you about the graduate programs. And what we then do is, you go undergraduate, you're excited, you feel as if, okay, I know everything now and I'm ready. Once you get into your professional life, you then recognize that, oh, I need to know a little bit more. I need to be able to advance my career. In today's world, we know that research and data analytics are drivers in everything that we do. So you want to come back so you can get the necessary knowledge and skills through your graduate program so you can have that advancement, and sometimes just for personal enrichment. So at UCC, we do offer several graduate programs that will allow you to specialize in your chosen field for career advancement, and to contribute to knowledge and innovation, and also to provide you with valuable networking opportunities, because you will find a lot of many like-minded persons pursuing graduate programs. So what are the programs that we offer in the College of Graduate Studies and Research? We have postgraduate diplomas. So if you went through a graduate program and you did a specialization and you think, oh, I want to do something else, I would like another specialization, then you can come and we can then allow you to do the 4 additional courses that you would need for that diploma. Our master's programs, we have 4 master's programs. We have the UCC MBA, and that Master's of Business Administration has 9 specializations. They are general management, accounts, finance, human resource management, disaster management, which these skills are becoming increasingly important, especially in the world that we live today with all of the climate change and the other things that we have to be dealing with. We also have healthcare management, and again, as we move more and more to an aging population, people are living longer, they are more health conscious, this then is becoming as more significant specialization. Project management, marketing, and entrepreneurship, if it is that you would like to get into your own business. So the regular MBA has 9 specializations. We also have, in collaboration with the Commonwealth of Learning, the Executive MBA, and we also have the Executive Master in Public Administration. We also have a Master of Science in Cybersecurity and Data Privacy, and I don't need to tell you how important those are in today's world, where cybersecurity and data privacy, new Data Protection Act, we need to understand it, we need to know how to implement it appropriately, and of course cybersecurity, because of course of all the hacking and all that goes on. So extremely relevant to today's world are our degree programs. We also have doctoral programs. We're going to be beginning our inaugural doctoral program at UCC. And even though it's the first UCC doctoral program, let me assure you that we have engaged international faculty, scholars, to help us with this program, so it will not be, I know sometimes we get a little bit nervous because they say, oh, it's new, let me give it some time, but we have purposely gone out and engaged the skills, the knowledge, the expertise with local and international faculty for our doctoral programs. So we have a Doctor of Business Administration and a Doctor of Professional Practice. Now, the DBA, or Doctor of Business Administration, speaks for itself. Right? It's your research is more in the line of business. The Doctor of Professional Practice is any area of interest that you have. So what happens with these programs is that your research, if you're an educator, if you're somebody in the medical field, any area that you are in, we can then facilitate your research, because the idea behind our doctoral programs is that we want it to be practical. We want to use your research, you to use your research to solve actual problems. So it doesn't matter what area, we will facilitate your research because it is to enable you to solve actual problems. So what are some of the key features of our programs? We know that, many persons, when you're pursuing graduate degrees, you have many other things competing for your time. You have family, you have work, and everything else that goes with that. So what we have done, we have structured our programs, our master's programs, whereby you have classes on a Sunday afternoon and one day during the week. Right? So that will enable you to manage your time a little bit better and still continue to do the things that you would normally do. Our faculty, we have specialized faculty, both local and international, who are experts in their fields. We have collaborative partnerships. As I told you, the SEMBA Executive Masters and the SEMPA are in collaboration with the Commonwealth of Learning. And so you have the option to pursue that program. And of course, we'll be introducing simulations in our master's programs, because working persons, internships may not be an option for you, but we will try to assist you in getting some real relevant world experience through simulations. So admission requirements. Okay, so normally for a master's program, you're required to have an undergraduate degree. However, at UCC, we understand that life happens. Not everyone would have been able to do this at a particular point in time, so we do use prior learning assessment. So if you do not have an undergraduate degree, you can, and you have relevant experience, you can then come speak with us, you put your portfolio together, we do an assessment, and you will still be able to pursue your postgraduate degree. And so this also goes for the doctoral program, where you would normally be required to have a master's degree. But if you have an undergraduate degree, relevant experience, we will also conduct an assessment of your experience, and so that experience then goes towards awarding you the credits that you would need to matriculate for your degree program. So, as I said before, if you're an undergraduate or you're thinking of pursuing undergraduate at UCC, in your final year of your undergraduate degree, if you meet certain criteria, you are then allowed to complete 2 master's level courses at the undergraduate cost, and that will help you to kickstart your graduate degree program. So, thank you very much. Just to let you know, our office, we have a fairly small team. Mrs. Diane Boyd, who is our Director of Administration and Student Services in the College of Graduate Studies. Ms. Carrie-Ann James, she is a Senior Course Coordinator. Ms. Anisha Smith, who is our Course Coordinator, and Ms. Natalia Campbell, Administrative Support. So, you know, if you get a chance, just write the names down, and when you call, you can ask to be transferred to the College of Graduate Studies and Research, and you can speak with any one of us. So again, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Dr. Sutherland. Now to talk about why higher education is the right choice and how it can transform your career and future, please welcome Dr. Yvonne Dawkins, Associate Vice President for Student Affairs and Academic Administration.
Thank you, Mr. Tullo. Hello, everyone. Good evening. And I'm so pleased to be able to share with you in this webinar. Now, I know you've been listening and you've heard all the really exciting things that are happening at UCC. And perhaps you're asking yourself, is this for me? You know, is this for some other bright people out there? Or is it for me? And I'm here to say it's for you. It is time for you to take that step. Time for you to take that leap. So I want to talk to you a little bit about why higher education is a good choice for you at this time. You know, sometimes we need a push to make a big decision that changes our lives. And this could be the big decision that changes your life. Higher education is a good choice for you. University is not just about learning. The experience will enrich your whole life. The outcomes will improve your prospects. So your life will change when you make a decision to invest in your future through investing in higher education. You will increase your knowledge. You will study something that you love, something that you're interested in, and you will study with top experts in their fields. You will get your first true taste of independence and freedom if you're just coming from secondary school. And this experience of being part of a university community will build your self-confidence, allow you to experience various aspects of university life. It will broaden your horizons. It will allow you to meet new people, even if you're studying online. You will gain a qualification that is internationally recognized. UCC's qualifications are recognized and respected by employers and academics worldwide. You will develop the essential skills you need in your career and your working life. Communication skills, organization skills, time management skills, problem-solving skills, teamwork skills, leadership skills, and you will increase your earning potential. Do you know that having a higher education qualification makes you more attractive to employers? You will have a greater chance at the jobs that you want and a greater choice of jobs. You will earn more. The average salary for graduates is 30% higher than for non-graduates in the 25 to 30 age group. You can focus on something you studied at school. You can extend that and deepen your knowledge in something you have a passion for, or you can aim for a career that you're interested in. And some of these subjects will be new. Some of them could be something you've always been interested in. Many of them offer the opportunity for you to combine subjects to suit your interests and preferences. So, how do you select the right program for you? You've heard about the many, many programs that we have on offer at UCC, and you might be thinking, how do I know what is right for me? So let me walk you through it. First, ask yourself, what am I good at? What do I do well? What holds my interest? What makes me passionate? What do I want to know more about? What do other people think I'm good at? Because if you identify something that you are passionate about, that you already have an interest in, it will make the journey that more enjoyable for you, and it will give you the motivation to stick with the journey. So do that for me now. Ask yourself, what am I good at? Write it down if you have a piece of paper that you can scratch it down on, because we're going to come back to that. You're starting with your own passion. So, a second question, what do I like to do? Because the things you like to do in your spare time tells us something about the things you're good at and the things you're passionate about. And the deans you have heard have spoken about how certain jobs can be related to certain qualifications. So, are you good at organizing and planning activities? Maybe qualifications in business admin, project management? Are you good at logical thinking and working out problems? Maybe engineering, logistics, math. Are you good at understanding people? Are you interested in connecting people to resources? Maybe social work, applied psychology. Are you good at caring for others? Maybe allied health. Is the picture forming in your head? Your third question, what are the opportunities that I see? Look around us. What are the kinds of careers that are open or opening in this new environment? The world is changing so rapidly. What are the new opportunities? Am I already in a job and am I eyeing a promotion? Is that an opportunity for me? What is popular? What is profitable? What are the kinds of careers that make me feel as if I want to be part of doing something good for people or creating things? I'm pausing for you to think about it. Because the opportunities that you see could be the door that's waiting to open for you. The fourth question, what are the experiences of other people? So when you think of something you'd love to do, ask around. Find someone who is studying that thing, who has already studied that thing. You're not the only person who is considering studying at the tertiary level. What are the experiences of other people studying at this level? And know that there is a network of people out there who have ideas about the profession that you're interested in. So if you don't know somebody who is personal to you, who has the experience, Google it. Ask Uncle Google, what kind of career opportunities are in this field? You know, many years ago, I was 18 and had a conversation with somebody who asked me what I was interested in. And when I told the person of my interest, the person said, you should do a sociology degree. I had never heard of the word sociology. And so I went to look it up. I ended up doing a social administration degree, and I learned that I was interested in people, but I was also interested in the management of people. And although my career has taken different paths, I realized that I've always gone back to that early interest in people and people management. And so even now in education, that continues to be my passion. Sometimes there are these things that are just planted in your soul from you are quite young, and it takes a while for you to put a label to it. But we have so many options here at UCC that you will find something that you can be passionate about, and you will find something that will make you feel motivated to put the work in. And so now you consider the university and the application processes. Where do I want to study? Do I want to stay home? Do I want to go abroad? Do I want to study online? There are new options opening up that are more convenient and more cost-effective for you. UCC offers you a wide range of courses that are structured to make you work ready. UCC offers you face-to-face and online delivery of programs. UCC offers you flexible class times, day class, evening class, weekend class. And what will you get here? You can expect relevant courses, supportive lecturers, new friends, new skills, preparation for career advancement, energizing discussions, stimulating learning experiences. We support you with academic support through our library, program coordinators, lecturers, heads of departments, and deans. Financial support through our student financial services that gives you advice about your payments. Do you all know about Student Loan Bureau and that there's no guarantor necessary now? Technical support through our online department and our IS&T department. Social support through our Department of Student Services, our campus managers in Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, Mandeville, May Pen, and through our Students' Council. So make your decision for higher education today. What are you waiting for? William Arthur Ward says, the adventure of life is to learn. The purpose of life is to grow. The nature of life is to change. Choose UCC. We look forward to welcoming you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dawkins. Now, a key concern for many students is affordability. And at UCC, we are committed to flexible options. Please welcome Mrs. Sadine Warner Malcolm, Senior SFS Officer, and Miss Rochelle Spence, SFS Officer, who will guide us through tuition, fees, and payment plans. Ladies.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toller. Good evening, everyone. The Student Financial Services Department. What is the role of the Student Financial Services Department? To provide students with their tuition costs, provide information available on available payment plans and alternate payment options, SLB, grants, access through Ministry of Finance, the private sector, the Carreras Group, provide invoices and financial statements, financial letters. We inform students of various payment options, and we also provide an insight and clarity on the registration status, and we also complete your registration.
For the fall semester, fall 2025, or her module cost for her tuition is, for a 3-credit module, is $47,000. If you're doing a 1-credit module, you'll pay $16,000. For a 0-credit module, and this is for students who will be sitting core modules, such as English for academic purposes, foundation mathematics, the cost is $23,500. Our annual miscellaneous fee is $20,000. And I say annual because it is paid once for the year.
Not to be left out, for the students who will be studying via the College of Occupation and Applied Studies, Ms. Dr. Tomlinson would have mentioned the applied health, business process outsourcing, logistics and supply chain management, construction site management, renewable energy. That comes at a cost of $90,000, only $90,000, with our annual miscellaneous fee of $20,000. For students at the CXC level who was not matriculated to the requirement of 4 or 5 CXCs to join a regular traditional degree program, we also offer a scholarship, the Occupational Applied Degree Program, at a cost of only $20,000. This is done in the collaboration with the Ministry of Education, $20,000 per year.
At UCC, we provide payment plans. So if it is that you're unable to pay your tuition in full, we have payment plan for you. All right, so on screen, we have an example of our payment plan option. So if you're doing three-credit module at $47,000 per 3 credit, your total for the module is $141,000, and we have to add your miscellaneous. However, how we calculate your payment plan is 30% on your total module cost. So 30% on the $141,000 gives us $42,300. Then we add your miscellaneous fee, and our total is $62,300, which becomes your minimum deposit. So once you pay your minimum deposit for the semester, you are allowed to be registered and have access to class, and the balance of your tuition, it becomes due November 28th. So we deduct the $62,300 from your total tuition, which was what, $161, right? And then the balance from that $161 becomes due November 28th. We ask students to adhere to your payment deadline to avoid any additional charges.
For our college and occupational studies students, not to be left out, you are also offered the same payment plan, 30% plus your miscellaneous fee.
For students who are desirous of paying in full, we have something special for you. And this is for new students. If you are able to pay your tuition in full, you will benefit from a 10% discount. However, there are conditions. You have to be doing a minimum of 3 modules. So if you're doing 3 modules or more, you benefit from this 10% discount.
For new students coming in, generally, for financing, you require of us an invoice. Here we have on screen a template of our invoice.
On screen, we have a statement of accounts. Most times, students get confused when requesting documents from us. So the previous document was an invoice, and you request that when you want your total for your semester, or the annual total, or even the total for the full program, right? So most students would request this to present to an organization or an institution who they are requesting funds from. So if somebody's sponsoring you, this, the invoice is what you would give to the institution to show your total tuition. The statement is what shows what you have paid us versus what you were charged. So if you are just coming in, you don't need a statement, or a statement would not be available for you. However, if you have done a semester now, at the end of that semester, you can request a financial statement from us, which will show what you have paid versus what the institution charges you.
Payment method. Payments can be made via our Orion online services, that is a student management system, BNS Online, NCB Online, JN Live, and if you have cash, not to be left out, you can pay via the JN Money Shop. The account number is your student ID number, as well as the campus at the cashier.
For the students doing the sixth form pathway program, your per module cost is $15,000. If you're doing the orientation to university life, you pay $5,000. Your annual miscellaneous fee is $20,000. If you're doing foundation courses, $23,500. We ask you to ensure that you pass your courses, because your program is heavily discounted. If it is that you're repeating a module, then you will be paying the cost per module will be $47,000.
To contact the Student Financial Services, we have on screen here a few extensions, or you can send an email to sfs@ucc.edu.jm. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner-Malcolm and Ms. Spence. Up next, let's hear from the people who can help you take your first step into UCC. Please welcome Mrs. Tamari Rob Duncan, Admissions Manager, and Ms. Donna Hunter, Recruitment Supervisor, as they share the admissions requirements. Mrs. Rob Duncan first.
Good evening, everyone. As Mr. Toller said, I'm Tamari Rob Duncan, the admissions manager. So I'm just here to tell you a little bit about the admissions requirement for our programs. So I'm going to start off with the undergraduate programs. So for our bachelor's and associate degrees, the minimum requirements are 5C6. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a specific mix of subjects you can have any 5 C6. It is, however, helpful if you do have math and English, preferably in a 1 or 2. If you don't have math or English in a 1 or 2, then you will be required to do a foundation course. The SFS team did mention the cost of the foundation courses, so as long as you don't have a 1 or 2 in math or English, you will be required to do a foundation course called, English for academic purposes or core mathematics. And if you are an IT student, you would have to do introductory mathematics. If you don't have 5 C6, we do accept students who have 4 C6. So how that works is if you have any 4 C6, as I mentioned with the 5, any 4 C6, we will accept you. If you have math and English included in those C6, then you will be required to do an additional C6. Dr. Tomlinson mentioned her offerings, and C6 are included in those. So if you are accepted in any of the undergraduate programs and you require an additional C6, then you can do it same place here at UCC. If you don't meet those requirements that I just mentioned, not to worry. You can apply as a mature entrant. So all you would need as a mature entrant is 3 professional references, a detailed resume, an employment verification letter, and so that letter is essentially a job letter. However, if you are more comfortable leaving out your salary, then you can have your employer do that. So we just need it to verify that you are employed to X company for X period of time. In addition to those documents, you would also be required to complete a mature entry supplemental form. Now, for all of our undergraduate and postgraduate programs, you do have the option of applying as a mature entrant, and the requirements are pretty much the same. If you are applying for an occupational associate degree, then you would be required to come in with the same number of subjects that I previously mentioned for the bachelor's and associate degrees, or the traditional associate degrees, that is. So you need to have 5 C6, but if you have 4, there is some wiggle room there. If you do not meet those entry requirements, you can also come in as a mature entrant, or you would be referred to pursue one of the other courses available within that school. If you were to be referred to the diploma in business administration, for example, you would be required to come in with a minimum of 3 C6. As I mentioned before, we do have a CSEC program. For that, no, you don't necessarily have to have any CSECs whatsoever. So if you want to do only 1 CSEC, that is perfectly fine. So if you wanted to do math or English, or if you wanted to do, if you already have math or English, but you only have 4 C6 and you want to do an additional one, you can choose to do IT, or you can do social studies, or you can do office administration. Now that I have discussed our undergraduate programs, similar things apply for our postgraduate or our graduate studies programs. So you are required to come in with an undergraduate degree for most of our graduate programs. However, there is a mature entry component. So we do prefer for persons to have been employed for a minimum of 3 years if, say, for instance, you are going to be applying for our SEMBA or our SEMPA program. We want those persons to have some level of supervisory experience. Now, if you have not met those requirements, not to worry. You will be interviewed, and we can, if you're not necessarily able to articulate the type of experience that you have, we will conduct an interview with you and be able to determine whether you meet the requirements that we're looking for. In addition to you having work experience, a minimum of 3 years, as I mentioned, you need to have an undergraduate degree. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be related to the program for which you are applying. So if you have an undergraduate degree, for example, in IT, but you chose to do a degree in, you decided to do a degree in HR then, that would be perfectly fine. There are no restrictions where that is concerned. So that pretty much sums up the entry requirements for most of our programs. I just want everyone to know, if you have not yet applied, I hope that all the information that has been provided up to this point has been helpful in you making that decision. So applications, the application portals are still open and will remain open, so go ahead and apply. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Rob Duncan. Right, so we're gonna now move into the chance for you to ask your questions and receive your answers, right? So you can ask it directly to our deans, our staff, administrators. Please feel free to type your questions in the chat. We'll address as many as we can during this segment. So Ms. Myers will feed the questions in, and we will have someone answering. You want to be here? Ms. Myers.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone. I hope this session was informative for you. And we see where we have quite a few questions online. So we're going to have our team address some of them. Some of them are grouped, so we won't need to read out all of them, but we will try to get through the necessary questions. So first of all, Javante Gardner, he said, I'm currently a student in the diploma program and wanted to know, after I'm finished with the program next year, if I could apply for the criminology and criminal justice program with my current qualifications.
Good evening again. It depends on the complete mix. As I mentioned, there is a mature entry component to all of our programs. So depending on if you have any additional C6, that diploma can be used as an additional C6 in some instances if you require it. So add an additional 2 C6 if you require that. If you do have C6, what we can do is transfer some of the credits from that diploma program to the program that the other program that you have decided to do. Thank you.
Thank you. Another question. Can I do a minor in another subject area? Is that offered?
No, not at this time.
Okay. If I have previous qualifications, such as an associate degree or certificate, will my study duration for a bachelor program be reduced?
Yes, it would be. Well, it's dependent on how long ago you completed that program, because most of these credits would have expired after about 7 years.
Okay. How easy is it to transition to a master's program after completing a bachelor's program?
Very.
Good evening. Thank you for your question. Once you have completed your undergraduate degree bachelor's program, then the master's, you would have met the matriculation requirement.
Okay. Is your MBA in healthcare management 100% online?
But we don't say online in the strict sense. It's blended because our facilitators facilitate the classes. Our final exams are face-to-face. If you're not in Jamaica, you can still be accommodated, but classes are held online, yes.
Thank you. This is for the financial team. Why not just give us the full tuition costs for each degree program and make it easier for us to understand?
As it relates to the full program cost, there are factors We accept students here with a grade 3 in math, English, and account, but then you'll be required to do the university's math, English, and account at an additional cost. So the cost tends to differ for each student.
All right. So, say we apply now and get accepted, but we don't want to do the course until next year. Is that possible?
Yes, if you are unable to start within the semester that you have been accepted, then you can always defer within that same academic year. So there is a form within your acceptance package. All you have to do is complete the placement offer form and indicate on it that you are deferring your acceptance until, and all 3 semesters are listed. So if you are deferring your acceptance until spring, then you indicate that, or until summer, and so on.
Please confirm if the Master's in Accounting is accredited with the ICAJ or the Chartered. Thank you.
Okay, all our programs are accredited by the University Council of Jamaica. And if you complete a master's in accounting, I'm sure there are credits that can be transferred if you wanted to pursue the charter in accounting.
Do you guys do payment plans on short courses?
Unfortunately, no, because the time frame is so short, and you're only doing 1 module, so you are required to pay in full.
All right. If someone is at ACCA level 3 and other certifications but does not possess a bachelor's, would that person be accepted into a master's program? They have more than 3 years work-related experience.
Yes, that sounds as if that person would be able to matriculate via mature entry, where we do your prior learning assessment.
That wraps up the Q&A section
Okay.
for today. But we will be putting some information in the chat where you can reach out to the relevant teams, you can speak to the representatives, and they'll be happy to assist you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Myers. Now I'm going to invite Ms. Donna Hunter, Recruitment Supervisor, to close the evening, to deliver the closing remarks and share the next steps in your journey with us. Ms. Hunter.
Thank you so much. Thank you for spending this evening with us. It has been a very insightful and informative session. And we thank you for sticking around with us until the end. This evening, you heard from our faculty deans, head of departments, and program coordinators who highlighted the exciting range of programs being offered here at the UCC. Our VP of Student Affairs also shared some inspiring experiences, how to select the course that is best suited and aligned with your career path. We also learned from the Student Financing Service Department, who guided you through tuition payment and flexible payment options. Our admissions team definitely shared how you can be admitted into any one of our programs. At the UCC, we pride ourselves on being globally recognized and fully accredited. And we are also career-focused and driven. We offer flexible study options. So why choose the UCC? Accredited by the University Council of Jamaica, internationally recognized programs, flexible learning options. We have face-to-face, we have online, and we say we have our blending modality. Of course, again, we're going to be talking about affordable tuition with payment plan options. And don't forget, you can apply to the Student Loan Bureau where you do not need a guarantor. So we urge you to get started today. Registration
is ongoing for September, which is our fall semester. Classes for our undergraduate programs will commence on September 7th. For our graduate programs, our classes will commence in October. You can complete an application online at ucc.edu.jm, or you can reach out to us at the Recruitment and Enrollment Department at 906-3000. That is 876-906-3000. Extensions, get a pen, write this down. Extension 4060 or 3943. So there you have it. Whether it is going to be the Corporate Education Department for our short courses, or College of Applied and Occupational Studies for traditional associate degrees or occupational associate degrees, whether it's going to be our School of Business Entrepreneurship and Management, how about the School of Behavioral Sciences, Humanities, and Law? Maybe you are ready for the School of Mathematics, Science, and Technology. And do not forget our College of Graduate Studies and Research. There is a place here at UCC for everyone. Find your place with us this fall semester. Reach out to us at ucc.edu.jm. And we want to thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to you joining the UCC community. Education is a passport to the future. The future belongs to those who start today. Let's get you started at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. Thank you.